Federal, state and local government, who is responsible for what? Many Nigerians are angry. And they have reasons to be angry. Bad roads. Poor schools. Weak hospitals. Dirty markets. Unemployment. Insecurity. No water. High cost of living. Poor public services. But here is the problem, many citizens do not know which level of government is responsible for what. So when something goes wrong, everybody shouts, President. But Nigeria is not governed by the president alone. Nigeria operates 3 levels of government: federal government, state government, local government. And beyond these levels, we also have lawmakers, senators, House of Representatives members, State House of Assembly members, councilors. Each office has a role. Each office has power. Each office has limits. And when citizens do not understand these roles, politicians take advantage of that ignorance. Welcome to Win and Govern Nigeria, where we help candidates campaign better, leaders govern better, and citizens demand better. Today, we are discussing federal, state and local government, who is responsible for what. First, the federal government. The federal government is the national government. It is led by the president. This is the level that handles major national issues. The federal government is responsible for national security, foreign affairs, defense, immigration, customs, federal roads, national economic policy, and monetary direction through national institutions, federal universities, federal hospitals, federal agencies, national budgets, and major national infrastructure. So yes, the president is powerful. Very powerful. The federal government affects fuel policy, national debt, inflation response, exchange rate direction, national security coordination, international relations, and federal projects. That is why presidential elections matter. But the president is not the governor of every state. The president is not the chairman of every local government. The president does not directly manage every primary school, every local market, every inner road, every drainage, or every state hospital. So when a presidential candidate promises everything, voters must ask, is this truly a federal responsibility? And when a president fails, citizens should ask hard questions. But they should also ask other leaders hard questions too. Because Nigeria cannot work if only one level of government is awake. Second, the state government. The state government is led by the governor. This level affects daily life more than many Nigerians realize. The governor controls state ministries, state agencies, state budgets, state roads, state schools, state hospitals, state workers, land administration, state transport systems, state taxes and levies, markets, urban planning, and many development projects. If your state roads are bad, ask questions at the state level. If state hospitals are weak, ask the governor hard questions. If public schools in the state are declining, ask the state government. If markets are disorganized, if transport is chaotic, if state workers are suffering, if state projects are abandoned, the governor cannot simply hide behind Abuja. Every state has a budget. Every state has commissioners. Every state has agencies. Every state has responsibilities. So when a governorship candidate campaigns, do not only ask, which party? Ask, what is your state development plan? How will you improve education? How will you improve healthcare? How will you create jobs? How will you increase revenue without punishing poor people? How will you manage state debt? How will citizens track your promises? A governor is not a decoration. A governor can move a state forward. And a weak governor can damage a state badly. Third, the local government. Now let us come closer to the people. Local government is supposed to be the closest government to ordinary citizens. This is the level connected to communities, wards, local roads, markets, sanitation, public spaces, motor parks, local revenue, primary health care support, primary education support, grassroots development, and local administration. Many Nigerians do not even know the name of their local government chairman. That is dangerous. Because when citizens ignore local government, politicians can misuse it quietly. Your local government chairman should not only appear during elections. The chairman should know the communities. The chairman should know the markets. The chairman should know the bad local roads. The chairman should know the blocked drainages. The chairman should know which health centers are struggling. The chairman should know which communities feel abandoned. The chairman should work with councillors and report back to the people. So before blaming Abuja for everything, ask, who is my local government chairman? Who is my councillor? What is the local government budget? What projects are ongoing? What revenue is being collected? What services are citizens receiving? Local government may not control everything. But local government is not useless. It is supposed to bring government closer to the people. Fourth, where do lawmakers fit in? Now this is where many people get confused. Senators, House of Representatives members, State House of Assembly members, and councillors are not executives like the president, governor, or local government chairman. They are lawmakers. Their main job is not to run ministries or award contracts. Their main job is to make laws, approve budgets, conduct oversight, and represent the people. A senator represents a senatorial district at the federal level. A House of Representatives member represents a federal constituency at the federal level. A State House of Assembly member represents a state constituency at the state level. A councillor represents a ward at the local government level. So when a lawmaker comes to campaign, do not only ask, what will you share? Ask, what laws will you support? What budget issues will you raise? How will you conduct oversight? How will you represent us? How will you report back? Which projects will you monitor? Which government agencies will you question? Lawmakers are not just for sharing rice, wrappers, cash, scholarships, motorcycles, or grinding machines. Those things may help a few people temporarily. But strong laws, serious budget oversight, and honest representation can help many more people. Fifth, why understanding responsibility matters. Understanding responsibility matters because confusion helps bad leaders. When voters are confused, a senator can promise like a governor. A House of Representatives candidate can promise like a president. A State House of Assembly candidate can promise like a governor. A local government chairman can blame Abuja for local failure. A governor can blame the federal government for every state problem. And after the election, everybody starts giving excuses. That is how citizens lose. That is how promises become useless. That is how accountability disappears. But when citizens understand government, politicians become more careful. A serious voter will ask, is this a federal issue? Is this a state issue? Is this a local government issue? Is this a lawmaking issue? Can this candidate do it directly? Can this candidate only influence it? Does it require partnership? That is how you vote with understanding. Sixth, governance must work together. Nigeria cannot improve through one office alone. The federal government must do its job. The state government must do its job. The local government must do its job. The National Assembly must do its job. The State House of Assembly must do its job. Councillors must do their job. Citizens must also do their job. Good governance is not a one-man show. It is a system. If the president works but governors fail, citizens will still suffer. If governors work but local governments are dead, grassroots development will suffer. If lawmakers are weak, oversight will suffer. If citizens stop asking questions, politicians will relax. Everybody has a role. What every voter should ask before election day. Before you vote for any candidate, ask, what office are you contesting for? What can that office actually do? What problems are you trying to solve? Are those problems federal, state, or local? What can you do directly? What can you influence? What requires partnership? What are your measurable promises? How will you fund them? How will citizens track your performance? If a candidate cannot answer these questions, be careful. They may not understand the office they are asking for. And a candidate who does not understand the office is already a risk. In closing, so let us be clear. The federal government handles national responsibilities. The state government handles state responsibilities. The local government handles grassroots responsibilities. Lawmakers make laws, approve budgets, conduct oversight, and represent the people. Each level matters. Each office matters. But each office is different. This coming election, do not vote blindly. Do not blame blindly. Do not clap for every promise. Do not allow any candidate to use your ignorance against you. Ask questions. Know the office. Know the responsibility. Know the limits. Know who to hold accountable. This is Win and Govern Nigeria. Subscribe to the channel, share this video with every Nigerian voter you know. And join the conversation. Because when citizens understand power, candidates become more careful with promises. And winning an election is only the beginning. The real victory is improving the lives of Nigerians. In our next video, we shall discuss what Nigerians should demand from every governorship candidate.